A few days ago, I received a telephone call from Juan Valdez of Tampa telling me that his friend, the physique star Tom Platz, was coming from Michigan to compete in the 1977 AAU Southeastern USA physique contest. This event was scheduled for June 25th here in Tampa and was to take place at the King High School Auditorium. It was being sponsored by Stan Mori, owner of Natural Right Gym, in conjunction with Mr. Tampa Contest. Tom was coming down a few days earlier to deepen his tan because he learned 2 years ago when he was here before that a good tan enhances the appearance of the muscles. At the time, Tom had competed in the 1975 Mr. Southeastern Invitational USA. I had called his attention to the importance of a good tan when posing both in contest and for pictures. For that event, Tom had come to Tampa a week before and spent much of his time sunbathing and training. His deep tan played an important part in his third-place win against Dick Baldwin, who was first, with Doug Beaver taking second place. No matter how good a bodybuilder's physique may be, it will not show up as well if the skin is light or unevenly tanned. Many bodybuilders spend a lot of time getting a tan on most parts of their bodies, but usually neglect to tan the armpits and inner areas of the arms. The lighter skin color in this area causes the arms to look less muscular when raised for front bicep poses. This is because light colors tend to wash out detail and muscularity. Unless a bodybuilder's muscular development is greatly superior to that of other competitors, he may place lower than he should if his skin tones are light. The muscles just don't show up as well, especially in ordinary room lighting, as used in some prejudging contests. This has happened time after time in various physique shows, either because the contestant did not realize the importance of a good tan or because he lacked time to acquire one. In some cases, bodybuilders who possessed large muscular arms that were too light in color sometimes failed to win the Best Arms Award against those whose arms are well tanned but less developed. To tan the armpits and inner areas of the arms, all sunbathers trying for an even tan should lie back and expose these parts to the sun by bending the arms and placing their backs of their hands on the ground on each side of the head. The entire body should be evenly tanned to a brown hue so that all body parts will look well in all poses. The day of the contest arrived and many of us attended the prejudging at 1 p.m. in the lineup of contestants. I noticed that Tom Platz's tan was second to none and better than most. After each competitor performed his posing routine, it was very obvious that Tom Platz and Mike Arnold, 1977 Mr. Florida, were the two most outstanding contestants. The judges, however, called and recalled the contestants to the posing area, either in pairs or groups, to compare the different physiques thoroughly. Finally, the judges were finished with their inspection and intermission was announced to last until 7:30 that evening. We returned early to our seats and in no time the place was packed. Steve Newman, the Tampa MC, did a splendid job of introducing and pointing out the highlights of each competing bodybuilder, as he was called to the posing area. The posing that evening was similar to that of the prejudging, but the audience was now much larger and the applause was greater. Finally, the head judge announced that all the decisions had been made and brought them to Steve, MC, who then announced that 46-year-old Doris Baralou, who had been exercising for 21 years and had a shapely figure to the show for her fitness dedication, had consented to present the trophies to the winners. Doris, whom I had accompanied to the contest and was sitting in the front row with me, arose and mounted the stage steps. She was wearing a long flowing dress with 3-inch slit from the armpits to the feet on each side, and laced together down to the knee area. It was apparent to all that her dress was not designed for undergarments, and that she was wearing no bra or underpants. The audience was taken by surprise at the unexpected sight. Then there were a few wolf whistles, followed by a deafening roar of approval from the audience. She retained her queenly composure all through and calmly took her place near the trophies. The body part prizes were awarded first. Mike Arnold took Best Abs, then Tom Platz took the Secession, Best Arms, Chest, Legs, Back, and Most Muscular trophies. His legs were his most outstanding body part and looked even more muscular than on his visit 2 years ago. His upper body also showed much improvement. The place winners were then announced, and third place went to Mike Richards, second to Mike Arnold, who quickly shook the hand of Tom Platz. And congratulations, as Tom was declared winner of the 1977 AAU Mr. Southwestern USA. This was Platz's biggest title so far, and he had represented the Florida Physique Club, whose president is Juan Valdez. The winner was overjoyed and said he wanted to pose for some pictures before returning to Michigan. So we arranged a picture session for the following morning at Hector's Health Club, where Tom trained while in Tampa. Next on the agenda was the guest poser, Robbie Robinson. He never looked better. Robbie gave an outstanding posing exhibition to ear-splitting applause and was called back several times before the audience would let him go. And so ended another smoothly run Tampa physique show. Sunday at 8 a.m., Doris arrived at my pad to take part in the planned picture session. Shortly afterwards, Juan Valdez drove up with Tom Platz and George Prince. Prince won the 1977 Mr. Southern States, but had not trained for a while, and so he looked a bit smooth. I phoned Hector that we were ready, and he said the gym would be open by the time we got there. So we hurried over, and while Tom and George were taking a light workout, I snapped a few exercise photos. Then we went outdoors and took some physique pictures, singly and together. By this time, we were all very hungry, so Juan treated us to a smoked mullet lunch at the Mullet Inn restaurant. Still clad in posing suits, we had an enjoyable lunch, and I snapped a few more pictures. Afterward, we returned to Hector's for showers and relaxation. We spent the next few hours in the gym lounge, whose walls are decorated with many framed shots of shapely girls and bodybuilders. Here Tom gave me the facts about his life and weight training. He is 5 foot 8 inches and weighed 200 pounds that day, which incidentally was his 22nd birthday. He was born in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, but since his father was in the armed services, the family moved to several states before finally settling in Troy, Michigan. This caused Tom to attend different schools, but he actually was graduated from the high school in Troy. It was here that he began to train with weights in order to gain the body weight and strength he needed to win a place on the football team. He made both football and track teams and was awarded letters in both sports before graduation. Afterwards, he enrolled at Wayne State University, but later changed to Michigan State to major in physical education. He hopes to graduate in the near future. He is also employed as a part-time security guard. Tom is a powerlifter as well as a bodybuilder. He won the 1975 Michigan Senior State Powerlifting Championship, in which his lifts were bench press 365 pounds, deadlift 630 pounds, squat 550 pounds. His lifts have improved since then, and with his very powerful legs, he can easily perform 20 squats below parallel with 420 pounds. Tom began physique competition in 1973, and since then has won several titles and many body part awards. He placed second in the 1974 Teenage Mr. America and first in the 1975 Mr. Michigan event. He also placed high in several other physique shows and has usually won the Best Legs award. I asked him for the measurements of his amazing muscular thighs, but he told me he did not believe in measurements. He said he trains for health, shape, and strength and checks his progress by looking into the gym mirrors and also by the increased poundages he uses in his exercises as time passes. Tom said that generally he trains 4 times a week, changing his routine from time to time. But 2 months before a contest, he trained 6 times a week, working all his body parts much more vigorously to acquire more muscularity. Between contests, he exercised each body part twice a week. On Monday and Thursday, he works arms, chest, and shoulders. Tuesdays and Fridays, back and legs. Abdominal exercises are done each workout. He always uses weights heavy enough to fully pump his muscles in 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. His calf raises are done in 5 sets of 40 reps each. Tom trains very hard, with short rests between exercises. He uses total concentration and seldom does any talking while training, because he does not want to be distracted from his concentration. He exercises to exhaustion, and this method seems to agree with his rugged, powerful body. Like most bodybuilders, Tom knows the importance of proper nutrition and is always careful to include meat, poultry, fish, eggs, fresh fruits, vegetables, and salads in his daily meals. He likes milk and fruit juices, but uses dairy products sparingly in order to avoid fatness under the skin. He is especially careful about his diet 6 weeks before a contest. Tom said he gradually decreases the carbs to almost zero by contest time and changes to a high-protein diet until the day of the contest. He also fortifies his meals with food supplements such as a multivitamin and minerals, magnesium, desiccated liver, kelp, enzymes, B-complex, A, C, and E tablets, choline, and isotal. His training routine for the Southeastern USA was as follows. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, arms, dumbbell curls, 3 sets, 6 reps. Concentration curls, 3 sets, 6 reps. Barbell curls, 3 sets, 8 reps. Press behind neck, 3 sets, 6 reps. Dips, 3 sets of 15. Chest, lying laterals, 3 sets, 8 reps. Bench press, 4 sets, 8 reps. Bent arm pullover, 4 sets, 10 reps. Pulleys, 4 sets, 10 reps. Shoulders, dumbbell laterals, front side bent over, 3 sets of 8 reps. Upright rowing, 3 sets, 8 reps. Dumbbell press, 3 sets, 6 reps. Legs, leg extensions, 4 sets, 15 reps. Hack squats, 3 sets, 18 reps. Leg curls, 3 sets, 15 reps. Full squats, 4 sets, 20 reps. Calf raises, 5 sets, 40 reps. Back, dumbbell rowing, 3 sets, 12 reps. Hyperextensions, 3 sets, 12 reps. Deadlifts, 3 sets, 15 reps. Lat machine pull downs, 3 sets, 15 reps. Abdominals, daily. Sit-ups, 4 sets, 50 reps. Leg raises, 4 sets, 50 reps. After the interview, we all left the gym and returned to my place where we said our goodbyes until next time. Tom Platz is one powerful and muscular young man. If he continues to train as vigorously as he has, he may well win additional physique titles. Meanwhile, his scholastic goal is to graduate from the university and teach physical education. This may happen in the near future. We wish him the best of luck in everything.